Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Adelaide University Oval, where this match between the University of Adelaide and the University of Melbourne. We are currently sitting in front of what is a cloudy yet sunny afternoon here in Adelaide, and we are almost ready to go here. The two teams are up the front taking their pictures together, and we've got the umpires out on the oval. So if you're looking out to come down today, if you're not doing anything this afternoon, come to Park 12, home of the Adelaide University Football Club. Just a stone's throw away from Adelaide Oval. Head over and support the boys of Adelaide University. So just a bit of event history for today. There has been a long history in a varsity competition between the competition. Was only re-established in 2015. And the fun fact, the ball used in the first game between the two universities now forms the trophy that the two unis play for when they go head to head. Joining me in the commentary box today under this beautiful tent that we have provided are Taylor and Ben, and I'm just going to introduce Ben to me. How are you, Ben?
Yeah, good. Hope all you viewers out there in radio and TV land are going fine today. Now, quick overview of what happens here today. Basically, the winner of today's match will play in the Varsity Challenge Cup final against either the University of Queensland or the University of Sydney in July. Now, these two teams have had a rich history over the past couple of years, with Adelaide coming out on top on those occasions. Last year, Adelaide defeated Melbourne 47-24 in Melbourne. Eddie Dadds was the captain on that day, and he'll be playing again today. He'll be one to watch. And in 2016, Adelaide had a barnstorming win, 118-30 on home soil. Now, Melbourne Uni are going okay at the moment. They beat Monash 85-39 in their pool match. Adelaide University automatically qualified for this match due to their performances last year. They won by 92 against ANU in a friendly earlier on this year.
So they definitely have some form coming in Melbourne University. Adelaide obviously yet to play. So we're looking at quickly some rules. There's a few rule changes for today's game. We have 15-minute quarters with 5 minutes extra time. So obviously time on potentially could go for the 20, but we're not sure. It depends on how many stoppages, obviously. Key players for Adelaide Uni today. I've chosen to look at Luke Orbans. He's the general down in the back line. Much like a Luke Hodge, controls the last line of defence and rarely lets anything past. Just a very solid defender and a guy to watch today. You got any players to watch here, Ben?
Well, Sammy, I think that good old Eddie Dadds, the captain, should back up his performances from last year. It was one of the best last season in the intervarsity competition, and he always racks up the possessions on the wing.
Well, the toss of the coin's just gone, and it looks like Melbourne University are kicking to the city end. So that should be a bit of advantage. There's no breeze at the moment. There was a slight wind earlier, sort of favouring towards the cathedral end, but obviously it's sort of settled now. And as the clouds sort of pass towards the northern part of the oval, the teams are sort of just doing their final preparations for this first quarter's action. So obviously, 15-minute quarters, and there's 16 players on the field, which is obviously different to the usual 18. Just obviously, maybe we might see a bit more run. We might see a bit more space for the players. So maybe something definitely to observe over the course of the game.
Oh, definitely. There should be a lot less congestion on the field, one would imagine, and hopefully the speed of the game will be slightly faster.
Absolutely. So, game's just about to be underway. The teams are just in their final preparations. Obviously, the huddle, and as they sort of take their positions, we sort of look at the weather. What do you think the weather's going to do for us today, Ben?
Well, as you said earlier, it was a bit cloudy earlier. It did threaten to rain a bit earlier. There were a few drops on my hand earlier on, but should be fine for the first couple of quarters. There's a big, massive clouds rolling through the back, as we can see, over the beautiful New Adelaide Oval, but it should be all skies clear, in my opinion.
Well, the ground is in absolutely top-notch condition, very lush, very green, and obviously this is a very big game for both teams. Obviously Adelaide Uni or Melbourne University, if they win this match, they will go on to play the University of Queensland or the University of Sydney in July.
Yeah, both teams will be disappointed if they don't get that far. This has been the minimum expectation so far for Melbourne Uni, and Adelaide, as you said, haven't played so far in this competition, so both sides will want to win here.
Well, as the players sort of take their positions, they're shaking hands as they pass through. Good sportsmanship, that's what we like to see. As the umpire sort of prepares to throw up the new Burley, we're very excited to see how this game pans out.
Yes, very much so. Should be a good one.
All right, as the players take their positions, we await the siren. Much anticipated game. So the umpire puts the arm up to signal the start of the quarter. As we await the siren here. Sun's out at the moment, so we're just waiting for game time here. Umpires today are field umpires Tony Simons, Chris Ratch, boundary umpires Josh Biggs, JL Francis, and the goal umpires Bruce Amos and Ted Coomans.
Win Pope for Melbourne, and it looks like Liam Dewan for Adelaide University contesting the first bounce here.
Quite a size, number 29 for Melbourne University.
Oh yeah, he's pretty huge.
The sign's gone here and the umpire is just about to throw up the leather. Game time. Nice little tap there from Melbourne University. But just as it lands, the ball doesn't move too far and we've got a ball up in the centre of the ground.
O'Callaghan with the first possession of the game.
Ball's up once again. Good little dish out there. Ball goes high in the air, 198 sit surrounding it. But he takes the ball with him, handballs out to space. Beautiful handball. Adelaide Uni go forward, but it's turned over there. Great interception by Melbourne University.
Unlucky. Good clearance there by young Jackson Deering, the vice-captain of this team.
And as he switches, Melbourne University sort of take it out to the right-hand wing. Looks inboard. Beautiful handball as he good speed, good breaking speed there. And beautiful kick to the number 6.
Nice mark there from Sam Allen.
Sam Allen kicks long. Oh, and a beautiful lace-out pass to the centre-half forward here as he lines up for goal.
Just got away from him far too easily there.
Looks like Connor Lappin lining up for the first goal of the game. Be a pretty good start here for Melbourne University if they can capitalise.
Distance might be a factor on this one. Looks like he's right near the paint.
Yeah, no win for assistant as he walks in towards goal. Oh, terrible kick there, smothered. But as he follows up, Lappin keeps his feet, and the umpire has paid a free kick back, and Lappin gets his second chance at probably redeeming himself for his first kick.
Oh yeah, he'll want to be making amends for that. Straight into the middle of the mark, not the way you want to start the day for Connor Lappin.
Famous Carlton footballer, Matthew Lappin.
Oh yes, he does share a quite famous lineage with the name Nigel Lappin, of course, 3 premierships at Brisbane.
Yeah, he was probably a better player, really. But as Lappin lines up again for his second attempt, it's a wobbler, and it's just sprayed out to the right. Minor score, 1 point.
Yeah, probably some early nerves on behalf of Lappin there. His first 2 kicks haven't looked fantastic, but he's just got to ease himself into the game, the young fella.
Move it back quick into to the left side of the ground. Number 53, well taken there, right on the sort of half-back line there. As he pumps it long, down the wing. 2-on-1 contest there, but he does well, Adelaide Uni, to keep that to avoid a turnover. And the throw in here on the far left side of the ground.
Deering seems to be everywhere on that wing. That's 2 disposals so far for him.
As the umpire throws it back in, contested in the middle. Easy tap down from Adelaide Uni as they turn. But a good redeeming thing as they mop up here.
Oh, what fend off. Brilliant fend off there from the Melbourne Uni player.
Hot hands at the moment, but Adelaide Uni sort of regain a bit of composure here, and they've got the ball here on centre wing. Looking forward to not much to go to, so he just kicks it long. Probably the best option at this time. Hotly contested. Handball's over. They're still trying to drive through here, Adelaide Uni. They've got numbers. Oh, umpire call for ball. Still very hot in there. Some good tackles out with there, Ben.
Oh yes, very much so. Very good tackle from Jamison Crawford in the back line there.
Ball's locked up here at half forward for Adelaide Uni. The umpire will throw it up. Not much run and drive here at the moment. Very stale.
Very congested game so far.
Still very hard to get a handle as a kick is, and there's a turnover here for Melbourne Union. They look to use the corridor. Nice kick, but it didn't quite hit the target.
What a tackle.
And a beautiful tackle. And the umpire will ball that up again, right at centre half forward here for Adelaide University.
Credit to the Welshman Matthew Blair there. Fantastic tackle.
Umpire throws it up again. Very hot footy in there once again. Adelaide Uni hack it forward. There's not many people down there at the moment, and it looks like another turnover here as they run it out of defence.
Good foot skills there from Tom Hodgson.
And a beautiful pinpoint pass as he switches over to who's got an absolute field here.
Oh, he's out. He's out here.
Takes on one and laces, kicks, there's space out the back here, and he can just run into goal here. Umpire has not moved, and that is the first goal here at the University of Adelaide Oval to Melbourne University.
Yeah, brilliant goal there from Sam Allen. Nice conversion. Ryan Sack, the Sack truck, set everything up from defence. Fantastic play from the key position player.
Melbourne University 1-1 to Adelaide University, no score.
Yeah, he looks a good player, Sack in the back there.
Sack in the back, the Sack. He has done very, very well. Melbourne University look to be using the ball by foot a lot better than Adelaide Uni. They seem to not get any sort of continuity in their sort of disposals at the moment, Adelaide.
And Melbourne seem to be switching well as well. So here we go, bounce of play.
Ball goes up in the centre again. Still very hotly contested in there. But a beautiful pill. Adelaide University capitalise and they take it out of the centre. Wayward kick out to the left. Centres the ball. That's not a bad kick.
Oh, unlucky.
Slightly sprayed to the left-hand side, one behind.
It was Tom Walker, I believe.
Adelaide University, one behind. Melbourne University, 1-1. And a kick there. And they look to move it once again through the corridor. But a turnover here, a poor kick. Beautifully turned over, beautifully intercepted there by the Adelaide University players. He kicks it long and almost takes a brilliant mark in the hot spot. He chooses to kick long. Melbourne University rebound. Unlucky to get a free kick for a chop there, but they'll keep moving on. Melbourne have the numbers, but Adelaide University once again turn it over, and they look to drive it forward. And a lovely kick there. And as he drives it long into the Adelaide University forward line, looking for their marquee forward. As he dishes it out, a few quick handballs. They look to kick an easy goal here.
That was lovely set-up play from Ben Adams. Did a fantastic job, the number 44.
Scores a level here at the University of Adelaide Oval. Adelaide University 1-1 to Melbourne University 1-1.
And I believe that was Elias Suvalis. Apologies for the pronunciation there with that assist for that goal. Not sure who scored it, but it was a very good delivery.
They've had the ascendancy in the last few minutes here at Adelaide University, looking to bounce back after a pretty dominant display from Melbourne so far. Umpire throws the leather up again. Beautifully tapped down there. It looks to be, once again, pretty hot in the kitchen, but the ball sprays out. And they look inboard, Adelaide. Once again, poor handball. Once again, and they finally get the handball out and they look forward. And once again, it's just turned over quickly here, but they've got space here, Melbourne, and they'll look to use it. As he puts on a shepherd here, very well shepherded. He's got a lot of time here, a lot of space, but he's chosen to waste it and looks inboard. And a beautiful mark there.
Fantastic kick there.
As they look to turn again. Look towards goal, nice little handball over, and he's got an open goal here, and he should capitalise.
Well, he's only just slid that
through. And he's just
through.
slid that in, that is a goal. A goal to Melbourne University. Melbourne University 2-1 to Adelaide 1-1.
And that was the Welshman again popping up. Matthew Blair scoring his first goal. That was Ziemkowitz on the wing there who held it up, had so much time. The attempted tackle from Ben Disher, the former Sunrise cash cow, failed to stick. They've just shifted it up the other end so easily.
One thing that's really noticeable, Ben, at the moment is the Melbourne University's foot skills.
Absolutely.
Very, very clean, and that's probably helping them going forward. Adelaide University seem to be getting a lot of the football, but they just can't seem to capitalise when it's sort of going forward.
You're right there, Sammy. It's hard to find targets up forward if you're in an Adelaide University shirt at the moment.
The umpire is ready to throw it up again as the sun protrudes through the clouds. Beautiful tap once again by the Melbourne University ruckman. Adelaide get the better off though, and they look towards forward once again. Just a poor kick going forward, and they're unable to drive anything from that. But they keep persisting, and as they run towards goal, Adelaide look to equal it up. Unfortunately not, just wide to the left, one behind.
Yeah, behind to the cash cow there, Ben Disher. Unfortunate with the finish.
Score Adelaide 1-2 to Melbourne 2-1. over the far side of the ground. It's hotly contested. The umpire will have it once again and ball it up. Weather doesn't know what to do at the moment. We're seeing a lot of sun at the moment, and then soon enough we'll probably see some more clouds. The umpire throws it up again. And the soccer, quite a clever soccer off the ground here, goes forward towards Adelaide University's goal. But once again turned over by the very neat backline for Melbourne University as they work it towards the other side of the ground, and as they move it through the corridor once again. Beautiful kick.
Fantastic. Unlucky with the mark.
Dishes it off quickly, and as they keep driving forward, Melbourne, they've got a lot of numbers around, a lot of space. Very well organised. We're not the greatest kick going forward, but they're trying to work it out. Turned over by Adelaide University. Quite a hot potato at the moment, this football, Ben.
Oh, what a fend off.
Very strong work through the contest there by Adelaide University as they drive it forward, but once again, kick to no avail. A turnover once again. We're seeing a lot of turnovers at the moment, Ben.
Oh, absolutely. The ball control has been terrible from Adelaide so far.
He's played on, looking to take it forward. Oh, and the umpire's giving him a penalty. It looks like he'll give him 25.
Yeah, that was Cameron there, Lockie Cameron, with that magnificent fend-off right in front of us there. Absolute tank of a player.
Yeah, a bit of a ball through the contest, obviously, we're seeing. I wouldn't want to run into him.
Oh, definitely not. Unfortunately, the play itself hasn't quite worked out for Adelaide. That is... who is it with the ball?
So it is Liam Maiden as he lines up for his first goal. No real angle as such, just the distance may trouble him just aside. And he sprays it left. That is a minor score there. Melbourne University 2-2 to Adelaide University 1-2. Adelaide University looks to bring it quick. Not many options on board. Kick short to number 38. And as he looks inboard to the tank, as we saw earlier, he looks to, doesn't really have much to kick to at the moment. Very stagnant play here from Adelaide. Looks to kick it short to a contest there, but once again turned over beautifully by Melbourne University. They seem to be everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. That's Kimpton with the ball. Handballs it quickly.
Sort of pretty average handball that sort of back, but they're trying to work it out, and as they kick it long once again, numbers behind the play, Adelaide University turn it over. As they switch here, beautiful switch there and a beautiful kick. That's a bit more of that from Adelaide University, they might be right. Kicks long to the wing, to a target, and doesn't quite get there, but there's a bit of crumbs there.
Oh,
the umpire's played a high tackle, so a bit rowdy there from Melbourne.
yeah, hugely aggressive. That's uncharacteristic of the fair play we've seen so far.
So once again, pretty stagnant play here. We can't seem to hit a target for Adelaide. And their ball rushes out right in front of the beautiful old grandstand here at the University of Adelaide Oval.
What a building it is, but Adelaide just can't seem to get through Melbourne's defensive line easily at the moment.
Just as we talked earlier, it's just the foot skills at the moment, kicking to sort of no one really. Ball's back in play, once again turned over by Melbourne as they look to use the space. They've got a paddock here. Got time here, Melbourne. They'll look to use the ball well, as they have been. Not the greatest kick, but it still will work. One-on-one here on the wing. Looks inboard once again. A beautiful little kick. Didn't quite get the intended target. And Adelaide looked to turn it over here again, but once again just unable to get any sort of clean possession. Oh, a few drop marks here, but he plays on, steps one, and a lovely, lovely goal there by Melbourne University.
And that's Connor Lappin again.
That name must be pretty famous. It's got to be famous for a reason. And is he got two now, Ben?
That's at least his second scoring shot. Kicked a behind earlier. Got a goal now. Might have got a goal before. I wasn't keeping track earlier, to be honest.
So the score is Melbourne University 3-2 to Adelaide 1-2.
I think as well it's these tackles for Adelaide. There was one from the big tank Cameron, and another one that led to that goal from Lappin that just haven't been sticking. They've got to work on that defensive side as well as their offensive side.
The umpire back in the centre again. We'll throw it up. Melbourne look to dominate once again in the middle, but to no real avail. Adelaide crumbed well, and they've got a bit of space here, but unfortunately just unable to grab first use. Long into the Melbourne University forward line again. As they contest here, the race is on. And he's absolutely smashed there, right on the boundary. Adelaide University have done well to cover him.
Oh, that's not 15.
Score played on. And there'll be a throw-in on the right-hand side of the oval here.
Yeah, confusion reigned there for young Andrew McDonald. Alan almost got the mark there, produced a good contest, couldn't come up with the goods.
Umpire throws in once again. Melbourne look to use it here. Once again, a very hot football, but they seem to be doing a lot of the bullocking work here. Very tough stuff as they kick it forward here. There's one-on-one contest right in the goal square. It is second use there was absolutely brilliant. Oh, he should be rewarded with a goal, but unfortunately isn't.
Connor
Minus
Lappin
score
again.
here. Melbourne 3-3 to Adelaide 1-2 here at the University of Adelaide Oval.
That was very nearly a Chad Wingard at the end of the showdown moment a few years ago, if anyone remembers that game.
That's quarter time here at the University of Adelaide Oval. Very hot contest. Score is Melbourne University 3-3 to Adelaide University 1-2. We'll be back shortly.
Here we are back at Adelaide University Oval, where Adelaide University plays Melbourne University, or Adelaide University and Melbourne University. The score right now is 3-3-21, Melbourne to 1-2 Adelaide, number 8. So 13 points margin here in the first quarter. So we have a good contest on our hands, a lot of scrappy football, not clean. Obviously might be a bit of moisture underfoot, but we have a good contest nonetheless, a lot of hard tackling, a good amount of skill, but generally last couple kicks there have been letting them down at Adelaide University. So we're in for a good second quarter. And with next to me in my second comments is Ben. Or Sam, sorry, my apologies. But we have a good contest on our hands, and Melbourne is still yet to come out when it comes to their huddle. They're definitely getting their last couple of words in. So Adelaide University have already out in their positions, ready for the second quarter. But yeah, we've got a very good game of football, good hard contested football against two good sporting states. So here we are, 13 points the margin, waiting for the ball to be thrown up in the second quarter.
Yeah, there's a few players to watch from the first quarter, Taylor. We got obviously the ruckman for Melbourne, Harry Wynne Pope. Number 29, just keep an eye out if some of his ruck work and tap work through the first quarter was probably the reason why Melbourne University are in front at this stage, and not to mention their foot skills as well. I thought they've been really good, especially through the corridor.
Oh, exactly right. They've used the ball pretty well with the hands as well. So they've used the ball running up and linking up with their outside runners. So they're big men, especially Wynne Pope there. He's moved well along the ground, so he'll be a good option down the wing and leading up. So he's always an option there for the give up. Here we are with the first ball up for the second quarter. Ball not really going too far. Here we are with the first clearance of the quarter. Half volley, good pick up. Here we are, one-on-one, but there's a number back there. Should be able to mop up. Couldn't pick up the footy, leaves it behind. Non-preferred, along the ground. It's the first goal.
Well done there.
Fantastic start for Adelaide University in the second quarter.
That's Thomas Ryder, number 280. Quite an unusual number, but not for Adelaide Uni, who obviously have the triple numbers.
Well, he's got a chance to make a name for himself in that jumper, so good use of the opposite foot, it looks like. Didn't look that coordinated, so hope it's his opposite foot. So for his first goal of the game, and makes a good contest here for the start of the quarter. It's 2-2 to 3-3.
And a beautiful bit of pressure there from Adelaide Uni, and obviously the clearance, getting the clearance sort of really early really helps sort of the flow for the second quarter.
Oh, exactly right, and good luck to any defender, especially with the lack of numbers in that back half of the 16 players aside. There's so much room for the full forward, so you can get it in there. There's a lot of opportunity to kick goals. Ball rattling around, there's no real clear possession here. Held up, and it should be a ball up just forward of centre wing.
Yeah, it's still a real tough contest, obviously. There's a lot of pressure in that sort of real midfield battle.
Ball up here, contest in the ruck. Won by Melbourne University, but the hands will be given out by Adelaide University here. They'll be able to get the first clearance here. Out wide, just over the top, there's a foot race. Who will pick it up here? Nice pick up. Looks inside 50. High ball. Good mark. Very good mark inside 50. And you'll look to go back and hopefully kick the second for the quarter and get them back in front.
He's looking pretty dangerous here, Thomas Ryder. Obviously, was pretty quiet in the first quarter, but obviously has come out and really showing us his marking ability. Obviously, he's sort of pretty good around goals.
Well, it looks like he's finally getting the opportunity with the ball coming out of the midfield, so hopefully he can reap his rewards of hard work, and my word, he barely hit his foot there. That's gone right out of bounds on the forward, and it'll be a free kick deep in the pocket for Melbourne University.
He's made an absolute meal of that, Ryder.
It's a good mark, though, so it's got a lot to work with here for young Ryder, but yeah, obviously you've got to kick them.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of upside to him at the moment, Adelaide University.
Oh, a terrible ball across the face here. Could be very dangerous if they can't pick it up cleanly. Couldn't bring it with him. Goes in hard. A lot of hard tackling. Dropped the ball, not holding the ball though. No clear possession. It's real scrappy football, and it looks like it will go out of bounds. We're throwing deep in the forward pocket for Adelaide University.
It looks like it's a free kick, actually.
Oh, free kick. Fair enough. Good opportunity here to get back on, make up for that out of bounds on the forwards. Right next to the trees there on the hill, so we take his best effort here. A lot of footballers are pretty proficient on their around the body kicks, so it looks like he'll go for the drop punt actually.
Oh.
And he's hit the post. He's made a fair effort of it, but obviously couldn't get it, and that's one minus score to Adelaide University. It is 2-3 to 3-3.
They look to use it down the wing here, Melbourne.
The ball was a bit of a floater, and it's never really gave him any chance, and it'll just trickle out of bounds here on the half forward flank in the middle of the wing there. So it'll be a nice little ball up and a good position here for Adelaide University if they can get the clearance here.
You'll get a really good look here at the ruckman for Melbourne. Just watch some of his sort of tap work here. Putting on a clinic at the moment.
The tap in Adelaide University wins the tap and might win the clearance here. Ball partially smothered, half footy there. Both players jump on the footy and it might be worked out here. Good hand pass, spun around in the tackle. Oh, meaty tackle. Fantastic tackle there. It's not going to go anywhere at centre half forward. So fantastic tackle there, and a lot of their teammates should get around him there.
I mean, the tackling's just been amazing for both teams for both quarters so far.
Oh, exactly right, and especially with a contested footy, the people who win their own footy will definitely get their fair chunk of the footy here in the first half of football. So it's a good opportunity for the hard-nosed players to rack up possessions here. Good tackle, and it's going to be another ball up around the same position. We haven't gone too far, so just 1.5 kicks away from home there, and you look in the full forward there. There's 2-on-1 there, so they can't really blaze away unless it'll be easy ball and rebound 50. Ball partially smothered, can't pick it up cleanly, but he has the numbers. Couldn't pick it up, and there's another tackle there. Good hands, just gets it out the back there. Bit of a throw there, but not called. Ball bobbling around, no one really wants to pick it up. Ball out wide, we'll just get it forward as far as he can. Gets someone under that, nice spoil with number 33 there. And now they can break the lines. Lowers his eyes, scrubber along the ground, but the numbers are there. Hand pass out the back and the rebound 50 can be done by the Melbourne University. Fantastic kick. Sam Allen, who's been in the game a lot this half, he should get a free kick there for holding on, and he does. Centre wing.
Yeah, look very dangerous when they use the ball very well. When they use the sort of skills by foot here, Melbourne, they look to drive here quickly.
Short pass, we'll look to go straight away. 1-on-1 here. Fantastic smile. Numbers here for Adelaide University. Good hands. Could be able to get them out of trouble here. On the left, bit of a floater, but he'll just have to make a contest, and he does. Goes out of bounds on centre wing, and it should be a throw-in.
It's going to be it's pretty tight contest at the moment, Taylor. So we're sort of wondering who's going to probably capitalise from the turnovers. I mean, both teams are obviously turning the ball over by foot quite a lot. So even though there is a lot of good kicks, there's a lot of turnovers. So we're just going to see who's going to be able to capitalise more.
Exactly right. Here we are, another throw in. It was slightly short, but no one really won the tap. Ball bobbling around, a couple of hand passes out here from Melbourne University. And it'll be another smother and a go out of bounds, pretty similar to the same position we just had it before.
Yeah, she's a real hot footy at the moment.
And it's a lot of the people who use the ball well in this game will definitely thrive, considering that if you can use the ball well, you can create space and put less pressure on your teammates. So it's a good opportunity here for the good ball users to set up the offensive plays here. Couple balls out here, held up, and it's not going to go too far from the half-forward flank, and it'll be another ball up here.
Yeah, we've already probably had about 10 or 15 stoppages already in this quarter, so there's a lot of not real free play at the moment.
Exactly right, and there's played a lot around this contest, and around the contest, Adelaide University are winning their fair share of the clearances. Good tackle, and it looks like it'll be a free kick here. Good opportunity to go inside 50. They do have that loose back, so they can't blaze away here.
But he chooses to anyway.
Lowers his eyes. It's not really a good kick and doesn't favour anyone here. 50-50 ball. Chance to go inside here, but there's plenty of space here for Melbourne University to rebound 50. Just has to lower his eyes and use it. Can use it just well. Picks it up on the first bounce. Small chipping ball. It's not going to do too well for him, but he does well just to get his hands on it. But here we are, backwards. Good take. Intercepted now. He'll go out back and have some time to lower his eyes. It's not a beautiful kick, but he'll find the target. There's numbers out the back here if they can just get it over the back. No, fantastic spoil. Ball bobbling around, 1-on-1. No real winner here. It's going to go right to the boundary. If that was deliberate, I'm pretty sure they would call it, but I reckon they'll be pretty harsh if you get to call that. So it'll be a full ball inside the 50, boundary throw in.
Yeah, we're not too far away from the Adelaide Oval, but at the end of the day, it's probably still playing park footy today.
Exactly right. Fantastic conditions here down at Adelaide University Oval. Good hand pass out wide. Really mongrel kick. It does well to keep it. It does all Joel Selwood lift his shoulder. Couldn't get it past his opponent though. And it'll be a kick down the line. Strong pair of hands. Good outlet kick. Lowers his eyes inside the middle. And number 5, the big man, couldn't take the mark. Numbers here for Melbourne University to get out of trouble here. Lower the eyes. And the numbers out wide here. They can run it right into the 50 they really want to. Lowers his eyes, decides to go wide. It's not a very good kick, but it might be able to have some time to line up, lower his eyes, and it's hit the post. Fantastic effort, but it's another behind here, so it'll be 3-4 to 2-3. Melbourne up by 7 points.
Yeah, probably should have capitalised there, Melbourne. They probably had a bit more space and a bit more time than they thought.
Oh, exactly right. He could run an extra 10 metres if he really wanted to. But the big man gets his hand on the big 198.
198. That is Liam Dewham.
Probably be the size of him at the moment.
Yep. I wouldn't want to run into him.
Oh, exactly right.
He drives it long.
Absolute fridge. Gets his... it's a fantastic contest. Defensive effort. Good tackle. Very good tackle. Just gets his hand passed out. Ball bobbling around. There's not much space here. Melbourne University, good sidestep. Lowers the eyes. It's not really a guided ball, but inside 50 nonetheless.
Oh, great intercept.
Fantastic mark by number 48 there. They waste no time and finds the ball out on the outside wing, who ends up going, another fantastic kick. There's not good chance here if they can line up. Ball gets around him, lowers the eyes, near
unlucky.
side. Another behind to Adelaide University. So it's 2-4 to 3-4. So 6 points of margin here. Early stages of the second quarter.
You could see what actually happens when you get 3 really good linking kicks. That was probably pretty unlucky not to be a goal, but you can actually see how damaging some really good kicking can be.
And especially with the clean ball use, especially in this contested footy, if you can get the ball out, there's a lot of space on the back there. So if you can use it well, there's a lot of space to run into and get over the back.
It's a thumping kick.
It's a fantastic kick and a fantastic mark.
That's the vice-captain here, handballing in.
They'll stroll through the middle of the ground here. It's a fantastic kick. And number 5, the fridge. He's tried to take on the man. He's just barely got the hand pass out, and then unfortunately probably shouldn't have played on there.
Yeah, pretty ambitious Lockie Cameron there for Adelaide Uni.
The big centre half back should have just gone back and taken his kick. He's probably not in his rights to go play on, turn around the corner. But they do have the numbers here. They should hit the ball here and just in front of us. The bobbling it fair, but they do take the mark. Number 2. He'll look to play on and get it inside 50 straight away. Realises there's not much on, so hands it off. Long, high ball. A lot of players there get around the footy. Can't pick it up on the crumbs. Will be a free kick and the release the pressure here at Adelaide University. They've got the numbers here. Number 307's got some space, so another one of those high numbers that they got. Half-back flank. All they can do is go down the line, I reckon. So they actually go for a low breaking pass. It's a fantastic kick. Releases the pressure here and again goes down the line, but it's always going to be number 29, big windpipe. He's getting around the ground pretty well and he follows up with a fantastic tackle. Fantastic if you have a big man that can run around the ground like that. You can see Brodie Grundy from Collingwood and Max Gawn do that very well in the AFL, so it's a fantastic if you have an asset like that. Nice mark, one-on-one there. Lowers the eyes, it's a beautiful kick. 50-50, great spoil. The ball outside on the wing. It could work out well here. Ball didn't really have it in possession there, so ball kind of in between the players there, and it'll be a ball up on centre wing.
It's a pretty good game out here today. I mean, both teams are playing very similar. Obviously, have sort of flows of good skills, and then obviously a bit of turnover. So it's actually quite an entertaining game at the moment.
It's not going to be a high-scoring game, considering it's not long quarters as well. So you always have a chance to get back in the game if you can get a good or a bit of momentum here. So 2 goals can mean a lot in this quarter and in this game. Ball there on the half-back flank.
Oh, dances.
Fantastic footwork. Looks inside and there's a lot of space if they can use it properly. Lowers the eyes, goes long. Not a good kick and it'll be intercepted.
Bad kick by Liam Maiden there from Melbourne.
And here they can rebound off 50. High ball, it's not a good kick either. It might sit though. How can he take it? Takes a good hand pass inside 50, but left it behind. Just gets it forward, so it'll be a one-on-one down in there, in the half-back flank. Nice hand pass at the back, and they should be able to regroup here. But there is some pressure. It's a fantastic mark, though. It wasn't really a good kick into anyone's good direction there. You had to put it out more towards the inside of the ground instead of towards that backwards point post. So they'll be able to release the pressure here. A long ball down the line. Could have taken the mark, but the pressure was there, was enough there. Ball bobbling around, but they do, it's a free kick here. Good chance here, just outside 50. They'll lower their eyes and find the full forward here. A lot of space in that forward.
The sack as he looks to go long.
Lowers the eyes. It's an absolute bullet. but couldn't hit the target. They might have a chance still. Ball bobbling around. Adelaide University get the hand pass out, but it's got to be a long floating ball, and that's a good outlet to have if you can get a mark in that side part of the ground. And they could have the numbers here if they can get it. The big sack, number 5, lowers the eyes. A lot of chance here. Ball bobbling in, and it's lands on the chest. It's not a good kick, but you can take it any way you give it. So they'll have a good chance here, about 40 metres out, probably a fairly harsh angle. So you wouldn't expect him to kick it, but there's a good opportunity to take the lead here.
This would be a really good goal here for Harry Walters and Adelaide University. See if they can capitalise.
Actually, this level the scores, actually. It's a nice looking kick.
Beautiful.
Doesn't move too much, the umpire, and they get around him here. It's a fantastic kick. Levels the score 3-4 to 3-4. We've got a good game of footy here.
Yeah, beautiful kick from Walters. I mean, a good passage of play really there for Adelaide Uni. I mean, there's been a lot of turnovers through this quarter, and I've probably wasted a fair bit of this quarter just by a bit of a ping-pong kind of style sort of quarter. But, I mean, with goals like that, it's sort of like gold at the moment, Taylor.
Exactly right. And when you have the chance, you've got to go back and kick the goals. We've seen a lot of kicks and a lot of set shots today. They've gone back and they've missed golden opportunities to get their side in front. So the fact is he can go back there and kick his goal, and it's fantastic considering there's a half-time siren. So we're going to go into half-time level. 2 good footballing states, again producing another good contest here. 2 very good sides, and there's not much quarter given here. So we go into half-time with a very open mind, and the second half should be just as good as the first.
What's your prediction for the sort of second half, Taylor? Who do you think's going to probably get the ascendancy here?
Well, Adelaide University had a very good quarter there. Obviously, Melbourne started very well when they kicked 3 goals in that first quarter, but they seemed to get their hands on the ball in the middle here. Like Melbourne University had dominated the ruck, and they used that midfield, and they probably sharked a couple of the clearances there. So clearances are a gold in this type of contest, considering that a lot of the contested footy, if you can win your own footy and get the ball in the wide areas, a lot of their good ball users can use the ball. And saying that, the ball use hasn't been that flash, but they've made the use of their chances here at Adelaide University, and it shows with the scoreboard winning 3-4.
Well, that's all we have for the second quarter. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome back to the fabulous Park 12 at the Adelaide Uni grounds. I'm Ben, and with me is Taylor. We're ready to bring you the start of the second half of this very tense, very close match. What are your thoughts so far, Taylor?
It's a very tough game, obviously very contested, a lot around the contest. So whoever wins the clearances are definitely in a good chance of running away with this game in the second half.
Yeah, for me, some very good standout players at the moment have been, for Melbourne, McDonald and O'Callaghan, numbers 4 and 2 respectively. They've really been gelling together quite well in the midfield so far.
I definitely, a lot of the Melbourne players have been catching my eye. Big Harry Wynn-Pope in the ruck has definitely won his fair share of the hit-outs in the middle, and Sam Allen has been that good link-up player in the half-forward, and when it looks like they want to get on the ball and go forward, and a lot of the stuff go through him. So two of those players I definitely look out for in the second half, but Melbourne are looking to pick up on a pretty poor second quarter and come back in the third quarter here.
It's funny you should mention that, Allen, actually, because he's defying the odds in a way. He's the youngest player on the field, just turned 18 in March, I believe. So he's doing quite well. For Adelaide, not as many standouts, but it's probably been a better team performance, especially in that second quarter when they managed to get on top. Jackson Deering, the vice-captain, been a particular highlight for me on the flanks.
And a lot of the players who are in that midfield there and the first bounce, they've played a lot of good football in that second quarter there, winning the clearances, getting the hand passes out into the wide players. So they've played their fair role when it comes to getting their players' first use of the footy.
Yes, have you got any predictions, do you think, for this second half? What's going to unfold?
Well, you would like to hope they would open up and more space and hopefully better kicking efficiency, but the fact there's 15-minute quarters and these guys probably play a lot of their club football with a lot more stress on their legs, so we wouldn't have thought people would get too tired, but you never know. There's hard-running players, and a lot of players want to work hard and take this game very seriously, so it should be a tight contest and should be a lot of fun in that second half here, but I'll have to say Adelaide Uni look the goods coming into the second half.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you at the moment. They've certainly got the momentum, but as the showdown showed on the weekend, some things can be said at half-time that completely change the match, so it's going to be an absolute tussle.
And it all comes down to the momentum as well. If you can get 2 or 3 goals here, they're going to be absolutely priceless when it comes to this game. There's only 3 goals each for each team, so goals are going to be coming at an all-time premium. So when you get the chance and you have a chance to go back and take a kick at goal, you want to go back and make sure you kick it because it's a long way back if you give it up.
And that's where accuracy is premium. For example, Connor Lappin for Melbourne, he's played an all-right game. He's had 4 shots at goal, though, for only 1 major. So one would think that he's got to take it up a notch.
Look forward to a good second half of footy here.
Here we go. Siren goes for the third quarter. Umpire throws the burley up in the air. Or hit out from Adelaide this time, and they're open wide on the wing. Can they make a positive start to this third quarter? Looks like a good entry, and it is. The burley in the hands of the long-sleeved Tom Milton.
Fantastic mark there, low to the ground. Obviously, it's very hard, especially when the ball's wobbling around. There's probably a little slight bit of breeze, but the fact is he's got his chance to go back, and as I said, you've got to choose of these opportunities here. You've got to go back.
Oh, he's played on here, one of 2 C-graders in the team, of course, hands it over to his captain, who should convert, and he hasn't. Unfortunate from Eddie Dadds, the skipper, the best inter-varsity player last year. Of course, I was singing his praises at the start of the day, but he's just unfortunately come up short. They've still got the lead, though.
Fantastic kick, huge kick. Made the distance easily.
Well, speaking of huge kicks, how's about this for range? Competitive at the ground level there. Probably should have been a mark there, you would imagine, but he's just put it down, unfortunately.
Fantastic start here by Adelaide University, locking the ball in.
Hit out there from Wynn-Pope. He has had one hell of a game so far. Oh, massive tackle from the Adelaide Uni player. Play on, here we go. Ball's on the wing. Can they force a forward 50 entry? Looks like we got Walker on the wing. Loses the ball, and here go Melbourne. Panicked clearance now. Can there be a mark for either side? No. Or looks like a 2-on-1 situation on the wing. Numbers come back for Adelaide University, and we'll have a stoppage on the wing.
I'm very unfortunate there for Adelaide University. They had 2 numbers there, and they didn't get back defensively. So very unlucky that the ball didn't go over the back there. Good opportunity to get a shot on goal.
Yeah, that could have been a good break for Melbourne in what was a very panicky rebound 50. Ball goes up again. Adelaide have the numbers round the back of the pack, but there's huge amounts of pressure from Melbourne. Oh, brilliant tackle prevents the Melbourne disposal on the far wing, grandstand side. Ball comes up, and we do have a winner in that particular scenario. I believe that might be Dowd on the wing there, Oscar Dowd. Kicks it in the direction of a Melbourne forward. He's got a man over the top, and he'll use him. Easy mark, and this will be for the lead for Melbourne University.
You've seen a lot of it in the first half here, that a lot of players look to get out the back here and obviously take the mark. So if you can get the ball out of the contest pretty quickly, you do give yourself an opportunity to get a cheap kick at goal here.
Okay, rubs the ball on the ground to try and dry it. Don't think that's going to help. This grass did retain a lot of moisture prior to the bounce. Kick looks very, very strange and only drifts through for a minor score.
Definitely a very interesting ball drop there, very close to his foot, but definitely shows.
Oh, poor kick out, puts Dads under a lot of pressure in the back pocket, comes across, could there be an intercept mark? Big collision, ball to ground, Adelaide Uni with the ball, but they look like they'll clear it here. Those were very panicky moments. The turnover goes to Dowd, Dowd fumbles it, picks it up, what can he do? Can he score? Shirks the would-be tackler, can he put it through? Yes, he has! Oscar Dowd with a miracle goal, and Melbourne University hit the front.
Fantastic kick there, but you've got to go back to the contest just before in the goal square. Good bump, put a lot of physical pressure on there, and it ended up coming up with that poor kick outside of 50 and the turnover and then that goal. So good physical pressure there, and definitely got to get around him.
Absolutely right there, Taylor. That forward pressure was absolutely superb. And despite the fact that it is still as any morning can be out here, there appears to be some sort of 2-goal breeze. It's absolutely ridiculous. One end heavily favoured by the scorers.
Fantastic start here. Like a lot of pressure on the Melbourne University in the second half, and they couldn't get one back.
Ball goes up here. Can Winpope add another hit out to his tally? Yes, he can. And it's to advantage as well. But it is quickly dispelled. Ball cleared though. Oh, big contest. And what have we got here? Free kick, probably for low contact, going to Adelaide.
Good opportunity here to rebound. Obviously got a numbers wide here, so it depends on whether they want to go in the middle here.
Good mark on the wing here. They'll look to move it quickly, and they do, but the kick isn't very accurate. In fact, it's gone straight to a Melbourne player. Tries to fend off, fails. Brilliant defensive pressure there from Adelaide. Ball over the top, though. Here goes, it looks like Ziemkowitz. Ziemkowitz, the ball out wide. Ball over the top. No mark. Stuck in the pocket. Brilliant smother. The defensive pressure once again working on that wing, and Adelaide will clear it. Good mark overhead on the wing. I do believe that's Cottrell, who's scored in this match already. Ball comes forward, and once again, a nice mark on the wing, moving it a lot better than they did, especially in the first quarter.
Got a big band running across the outside wing here, so a nice little eye on how he gets forward here if the ball manages to get inside 50.
Good tackle, and the ball should be held up. Oh no, it comes out the back, but Adelaide Uni are ready and waiting. Ball comes forward, kick, and the snapshot goes through. It is converted by the captain, Eddie Dads. He'll get his first of the day after missing that long-range shot earlier. Adelaide Uni back in contention here, even scores.
And it's another one of those goals there. It's not very pretty football, but opportunist forwards getting forward, getting the ball on the boot and getting the ball forward. And luckily for Eddie Dads there, he got his first goal and hopefully can get his team back in the ascendancy here.
Well, that's certainly the style of footy we've seen today. Very, very grubby and not the most pleasant to watch, but it creates a good contest, that's for sure. Ball's going to go up here. Clash of the big men, Winpope and Doohan. Winpope gets it once again, hands it out to Melbourne Rover, but the kick isn't great. But free kick for high contact will go to Kimpton. Kimpton goes back now. Launches one to the hot spots and unopposed. That's horrendous marking there from Adelaide, but a good clean mark there from our favourite player, Ryan Sack.
I reckon they just didn't read the footy properly. Ryan Sack was the only bloke who read the drop zone of the footy properly and got himself into the best position and easily took the mark.
You're absolutely right there. I'd say he's kicking from about 35, comes in. Good run up. Nice action. It's got the distance and the accuracy. The sack truck converts, and it is a 6-point Melbourne lead. Melbourne 5-5-35, Adelaide 4-5-29.
Fantastic kick there, along with a very good mark, but obviously you've got to be thinking to Adelaide University defenders, where was the body, where was his direct opponent? So he got there out in front pretty easily, so you want to tighten up on the defensive end there.
Yeah, Sack's been showing physicality all day. Switched to the forward line, of course, in this half after some brilliant defensive acts, especially in that first quarter. Here goes the contest again. Looks like Adelaide have changed their ruckman again. Winpope just proving really, really difficult to beat today. Up it goes. Once again, Winpope with the ascendancy, but it's Adelaide who get the clearance. It's a grubber of a ball out to the wing. Goes under both players. Good. Oh, that's a high tackle. Play on advantage, though. And Melbourne take it. Ball long into their forward line. Good mark there from Matthew Blair, the Welshman, who centres the ball. Not quite the result you would have hoped for, but Melbourne still get a shot on goal. Can they touch it? Adelaide on the line. They don't need to. Rolls through for a behind.
They're getting right on top here, Melbourne Uni. Obviously winning the ball and getting a lot of good marking options down that half forward in the wing. So they've got to look out Adelaide Uni that they have to bring the ball to ground and get their ball users involved.
Are we sure this ground isn't on a slope or something, because there's been a lot of action towards the Cathedral end today. Here we go, kick out from Adelaide to no one in particular. In fact, that could be a free kick because no one touched the ball after the kick-off, or the kick-out, I should say. Very much a Brendan Goddard style kick-out that one was. Ball comes back into the Melbourne hotspot. Oh, unlucky with the marking attempt, and Adelaide should rebound here. Running player kicks it forward. That's a nice defensive clearance, and oh, he could get a player on the end of it. He has. Handball out wide. Entrance for Adelaide not quite as good looking as the Melbourne entry that we've just seen. Could create a contest though, not quite, and Melbourne have got players out on the switch if they want to. They don't use them though, staying on the grandstand side wing. Ball comes into the middle now. Good mark there. Plays on. Oh yes, brilliant tackle. Calls of ball, but they won't be heated. Still Adelaide Uni keep on keeping on, trying to get this ball forward. It's almost rugby style through here. No one's been able to find space. Here we go. This is the chance for Melbourne to rebound. Can they get the mark here? Yes, they can. Oh no, they can't. The late physicality just managed to work and wrestles the ball from the arms of the Melbourne player, but Sack keeps going. That's what we love about him. Blair with the kick forward. But it'll only go as far as Adelaide University's defence. Dads with the kick out of the defensive line. Oh, they're in trouble here, but they'll get away with it through Savalas. Savalas takes a bounce, a very dodgy bounce, but he'll dish the ball off still. Not the prettiest entry again for Adelaide University, but the kick comes to... Yes, they've managed to find a target. Oh, I don't know how they managed to complete that play, but... I'll tell you what, that was dicey.
In the end there, it's not very pretty football from both sides here. Obviously, Ben Watson should have got onto the ball there just prior with all by himself about 25 metres out. Luckily, he got involved there, and the shot at goal here should be able to be put through. Not much of a distance.
Ben Adams here, he's on a tight angle. Should convert, but doesn't. In fact, he really doesn't. That's gone out of bounds. Not on the full by the looks of things, and we'll have a throw in the forward pocket.
That's absolutely horrific. From that distance, he should be at least scoring. Didn't even get the distance. He went right across the face. Very ugly kick there.
Absolutely reminiscent of Jimmy Bartell's match-saving point a few years back. Here we go. Melbourne try and wing the clearance. Won by Adelaide University players on the paint. Tackle though will stop them going forward, and we'll have a bounce once again. This time on the 50.
Melbourne Uni are definitely on top here. They're using the ball a lot better, and they're using that switch really well, and they're being very clean with their hands. So they've got to be careful with Adelaide Uni if they don't get blown away here.
Yeah, their coach must have had some words to them at half-time. Here we go. They go forward again, only as far as an Adelaide Uni player, but they can't complete the mark yet again. That's been a hallmark of their game so far. Scrap on the ground here. Oh, the Fridge tries to bust through players, and that will be holding the ball for sure.
The second time he's done that this game and he's got caught, so he probably should put that one in the locker room from now on.
I'd agree with that. Ball coming into the forward line. Sack there again. Can he work another miracle goal? Oh, goes towards the line and finished off by Dowd by the looks of things.
Stack is definitely getting a lot of the footy here. He's definitely causing a lot of problems here. So they might need to switch the match up there because he's getting a lot of space, 5 metres of space there, and had a lot of time to get the ball forward. So not good for the Adelaide Uni side here.
Well, they've got a really good forward line assembled here. That's Dowd's second goal, plus Sam Allen and Ryan Sack all in the same forward line. Absolutely fantastic play at the moment from the Melbourne University side.
And that's probably what reflects this quarter at the moment. They've definitely got that 2-goal advantage and they've definitely deserved it. Adelaide Uni are definitely playing on the fast break here, so hoping that Melbourne Uni do create turnovers, but at the moment they're not doing so. So they've got to get it upon themselves here and win the ball and get the clearance here.
Wake-up call needed for Adelaide Uni. 42-29. They need something here to stay in the game. Ball comes out though, it's not gone Adelaide University's way. Ball goes into the forward line and there he is again, Sam Allen. What a game he is having. McDonald with the clearance and he's just been working so well with his ruckman today, and a certain goal for Melbourne University.
Fantastic clearance there, as you said, by Andrew McDonald there. He's got a lot of hands on the footy and he's been probably one of the best players in Melbourne University and probably for the game as well. So if he continues to play the way he's playing, Melbourne University will just keep racking him up.
Exactly, and I hope that the local Victorian recruiters are watching carefully here if they do have their eyes on this particular game, because there are some prize recruits to be unearthed from this particular match for them.
Seems like a bit of an altercation here. Obviously a couple of players that need to get out of the centre square, but they've finally figured it out.
It's certainly taken some time for the ball to return back to its home in the centre circle, but all's been sorted out and all is in readiness for another bounce.
Huge bounce here for Adelaide Uni. Got to win it here. Been caught short a couple of times in the centre clearances here.
Once again, we've got McDonald in the middle. Can he get the clearance? It's out in his direction, but he won't claim it. Ball goes forward again for Melbourne Uni. Sacks there, lays a brilliant tackle. Ball might get away from Melbourne Uni here in the hands of the Blacks. Good defensive clearance. Ball once again skates through a whole bunch of players. Marvellous tackle from the Greek there. Up comes the ball. Can we have another shot at goal here for Adelaide? He's got plenty of time to steady. And he spends that very, very well indeed.
Very lucky there. Obviously got the ball over the top there and ended up getting a good shot at goal, but is it right against the run of play here? Obviously they had the numbers back. They've got one spare at the back here, Melbourne Uni, so the ball down the line is definitely not going to be the option here for Adelaide Uni, but luckily enough they got the ball at the end there and he's managed to finish.
And I do believe that's Cottrell in the 21 there.
I reckon that's his second for the day.
It is his second for the day. Nick Cottrell, the New South Welshman, actually one of very, very few players to not hail from the great state of South Australia to be playing for the Blacks. But we don't care where they come from, just so long as they do us good. Fantastic goal from the Blacks. Can they notch another here? Oh, good soccer off the ground, but it'll only go as far as a Melbourne player. That was Jack Menzel. Ball comes forward now. Ball to the centre of the forward line. Sacks there, doesn't get it. Brilliant dummy sold. Can he do it again? Works his way through two players. This will be extraordinary. Fantastic goal for Melbourne Uni coming from... Is that Sam Allen again?
I don't reckon it was.
No.
It's a fantastic goal regardless, but...
Oh, Zienkiewicz. Zienkiewicz with the goal, and already this quarter is over. That seemed very, very quick. We also do apologise for the broadcast staring directly into the sun. We can't quite help that. That's just nature's way of doing its thing. But Melbourne take a deserved lead into the three-quarter time break thanks to brilliant quarters from Sam Allen and Ryan Sack, Oscar Dowd. All of these guys just combining together. Win Pope, I could give you a whole shopping list. But we'll be back soon with the final quarter and the conclusion to this fantastic match. Welcome back once more, and I hope you're all ready for what should be a barnstorming final quarter at Park 12, the Adelaide Uni grounds. With me at the moment is Sammy, coming back as a special comments man. How do you think this last quarter is going to go, my friend?
Well, I hope it's as good as the weather at the moment. We've had quite a bit of a change here. The sun is absolutely gorgeous at the moment, and hopefully we have a gorgeous last quarter, Ben.
Oh yes, gorgeous indeed. Now Melbourne taking a very long time to break up from their huddle. Obviously must be recounting the 5 goals that they scored in that quarter. That was ridiculously productive.
Yeah, well, they're probably trying to work out how they're going to get home from the Oval. But I mean, that was the premiership quarter for a reason, and that's the reason why Melbourne University are in front, because they utilised the ball fantastically, and their forwards are really potent in the third quarter, weren't they, mate?
Well, premiership quarter is the key phrase there, because unfortunately Adelaide teams don't seem to have much luck with premierships or third quarters, but hopefully the tides can change. We'll have a really competitive final quarter here.
Yeah, fitness will be, I guess, a telling factor here, and I mean, ball usage and pressure. I mean, I don't think there was any real existent pressure from Adelaide in that third quarter, and that was the reason why Melbourne were able to sort of get some ascendancy and probably look the more dominant team really overall, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely.
It starts in the centre here. Obviously, Win Pope's just been instrumental in the reason why they're in front, and hopefully that can continue.
Is that him in ruck? I think, is that Hucker? Hucker might be in ruck now.
Giving him a rest. Well, that will be good for Adelaide Uni.
Either way, he has been simply sensational as Win Pope, but Hucker goes up for the ball now. Doesn't win the tap. Adelaide threatened to break free. strong tackle from O'Callaghan, and he's very, very slow to get up. He must have hurt himself in that.
Yeah, O'Callaghan's very sore here as the player sort of looks to go to his aid. They're calling for
he's groggy.
The trainer.
Oh, he's very groggy. Must have hit his head on the ground. That was a fantastic tackle on Suvalis there.
Yeah, we've been pretty blessed with no injuries so far, but it looks like it just to be a bit winded. Just needs a bit of time to suck in the big ones.
Yeah, it looks like Win Pope rushing up to... oh no, that is Hucker again. Hucker just checking on his man. Running back now. And it looks like they're going to sub O'Callaghan. That's unfortunate, but these things do happen in football. That was a brave effort, fantastic tackle. And
well, there's no malice there, was there? Just a really bone-crunching tackle, which has clearly just taken the wind out of his sails, to be honest. Yeah,
exactly. All within the rules of the game there. All's fair. Let's
just hope sort of now with Win Pope not obviously in ruck, hopefully Adelaide could sort of take advantage of this.
Geez, a very similar size is Hucker.
Yeah, looks very similar.
Yeah. Gee, I hope we haven't been calling him wrong. But anyway, here we go. Going to resume the game very, very shortly.
Yeah, obviously. Game on.
Let's see. Oh, big body from Doohan. Gets another hit out. That's his second of the quarter. Big boot flying upwards. No mark so far. Who can get the best second effort out of here? Oh, very, very tight contest. He's absolutely trying to bullock through that pack is Ben Adams, but we'll have a ball up.
Yeah, through the brick wall there from Adelaide Uni, but I mean, they look to have some intent in this last quarter.
Oh, looks like a holding free kick going against Adelaide Uni.
This is where they've been really good today, Melbourne. They've obviously been able to control the ball and use it really well by foot.
McDonald with a beautiful kick out wide. Very, very successful. He chose to play on, did Sam Allen. Ball goes up into their forward line. There's players there, not quite a mark. Snapshot not taken, goes out to, looks like, how was that? We'll go through. It looks like Adelaide have regained the ball though. Defensive clearance.
Beautiful kick.
Good mark. And they're out here. Here goes Adams. Adams with the long boot into the forward line. Can they take a mark? Almost. Can we have some sort of second effort here? Yes, we can. Ball comes out to Milton. Milton, the C grader. Can he put his team back in the game?
Oh, it's touched.
Touched off the boot. That's very unfortunate because that did look like it went through. So
that would have been the dream start for Adelaide University in this last quarter, but just wasn't to be, unfortunately.
Oh, absolutely. Right, defender plays on to himself and kicks it long. That's a solid 40-metre kick. Ball comes out to Oscar Dowd, who's had a fantastic match so far. Ball's congested on the wing. Melbourne break free. Ball scoots along the ground only as far as the Adelaide defence. Can they make something of this here? They don't switch. They try and stay on the wing. Oh, it's called him up, but he's...
It's a bit cheap from the umpire there.
Oh, is that high? He's called a high for a kick,
he has called around the neck. So that's pretty lucky from for Adelaide Uni there. So hopefully they can capitalise with this free kick.
Yeah, it looked like he was playing on there too. Here we go. He's on in the middle. He's got runners going wide if he wants to use them, and he does. Can he use them effectively? Oh, that's a good use of the body here by doing. He's got a big body as well. Boots it forward. Can there be a mark this time? No, but we've got one over the back.
That is a goal.
Has it snuck through for a goal? Yes, it has. And that is one for Cottrell.
Well, that's what Hunt would say, yibbida, yibbida, because that is an absolute dream start from Adelaide Uni. Hopefully they can, follow it up to make a real contest of this last quarter.
Yeah, it's a great goal from Cottrell there. I think I incorrectly called two earlier. Accidentally gave one to him and not Courier. But the old Courier, don't worry, you've got a goal mark to your name, old son. That is Cottrell's second. Fantastic work from Adelaide Uni, and they're back in this.
Yeah, game on here at the University of Adelaide Oval.
Right, the Burley goes back to the middle.
Still no sign of Wim Hope in the middle, so hopefully Adelaide can still continue to capitalise in the centre.
Yeah, they do seem to be weaker in the ruck department here to Melbourne Uni.
Bit confident maybe, thinking of next week for Wim Hope.
Oh yeah, well here goes Doohan. Once again gets the hit out. Not to advantage though, straight to a Melbourne player. Here comes Sack, drops the mark, but he's got another all-time superstar there of this game in Sam Allen in support, but the tackle is shrugged off. Ball goes forward for Adelaide Uni. Here goes Doohan again. The big body tries to unleash the handball out wide. We've got some ball on the ground here. Can they break free? No, they can't. Melbourne Reuni gained the ball. Brilliant kick out there from Dowd again. He's been prolific, but it only goes as far as an Adelaide Uni player. Touched off the boot. Oh, brilliant manoeuvring in traffic. Goes forward. Can he get the goal? Oh, will that be a holding free kick? No, it won't. Ball's played on and dribbled through for what looked like a rushed behind off the boot of Kimpton. That was fantastic work from Cottrell getting that ball forward.
Yeah, he
shirking
danced
a couple
through
of
them.
guys.
They look to use the wing here. I mean, they're going to have to go down the line, and that's what he does.
Yeah, giving themselves a bit of a break. Here goes Dowd again. Doesn't quite grab them in those big mitts. Handball over the top for Adelaide Uni. They've got a runner out wide and the vice-captain if they can use him. Cottrell, what can he do? Fakes the handball, tries to get out of trouble. He's done too much. Managed to get boot to ball and it's play on, not holding the ball. Brilliant dancing around the play. Fantastic from Ziemkowitz. He's been pretty good in this
Straight down
half.
the centre.
Oh, here goes the fridge. Can he roost one home? No, he passes reasonably short. Doesn't find any players though. Good pick up though. Here goes Milton, the C grader. Tries to dance around a couple. Can't quite do it. The snap on the right boot goes straight up in the air. Good mark from the Melbourne Uni player. That's judged 15. That would be very, very close to the minimum distance. But once again, all the players can now get their breath back.
Just good pressure really from Melbourne once again. I mean, good tackling. They're sort of keeping it really tight, aren't they?
Oh, here we go. Turnover from the mark there, and it's a behind. Couldn't quite see who that was. Bathed in the sunlight as they were, but I think that might have been Eddie Dadds again. I think.
They seem to. Adelaide need to jag a few of these sort of half chances on. If they're going to sort of be any chance to win this match.
Well, the scoreboard's a perfect mirror at the moment. 6-8 to 8-6. Good contest on the wing. No winners though, and we'll probably have a ball up here right near the paint on the grandstand side, Cathedral end.
Yeah, sort of basking the shade there, but obviously it's bathed in sunshine at the moment. This beautiful picturesque oval.
Ball goes up again. Here we go. Adelaide break free. Can they score from this? It's going. It's going. It's there. Fantastic work. I do believe that was Savalas,
the Greek sensation.
Oh, the Greek sensation, the Koudafidis of the uni.
Well, that was a very handy goal and really game on here at the University of Adelaide Oval here, Ben.
Absolutely. 7 goals 8 to 8 goals 6. It's 54 to 50, and suddenly there's only a kick in it.
I mean, is there a comeback brewing, and is there an upset brewing?
I just think it's that end. There must be magnets in the trees at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital down that way.
Yeah, there must be there's something really attractive about the cathedral end. Maybe it's a god got a sort of religious sort of sentiment down there.
Oh,
you know?
maybe it's the beautiful architecture of that cathedral, but no matter
It's
what
definitely
it
not the
is,
Women's and Children's Hospital.
no matter what it is, there certainly seems to be an ascendancy brewing here for Adelaide University. Adams is there, gets it out wide. Good kick. Can he find a target? He's got a lead runner here, and that's a good mark there from the courier. Takes his time. Serves it up. That's a unique style, but it works. Oh, great pack mark. That's fantastic work. And is that Cottrell again? I think it might be. It's either him or Axford. No, it's Cottrell.
He's running hot this quarter. It's pretty much, they owe everything to him in this quarter.
Oh, short
Cottrell.
pass, and he's found a man very, very easily. Very lazy by Melbourne.
The umpire's called it back though, unfortunately.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's kicking from about, what, 35, 40 metres out here?
Oh, yeah, he's got to have some distance on this kick.
Let's hope the magnets are on.
Here he goes. Nick Cottrell for his third goal of the game. As the bell sounds, the cathedral bell, of course, but he's missed to the near side. It's his first blemish on his score sheet today.
He needed to take that chance, unfortunately.
Right, so here goes McDonald playing very far back as his roving position dictates. Ball comes out, but it only goes as far as the fridge. Must have been touched off the boot though, because it's play on. He gets tackled and Melbourne escape.
Loose ball here.
Oh, it's stripped off by the big man Doohan. Fantastic work. Ball comes forward only as far as a Melbourne University player, but it's play on off the boot. How many hands are getting to these kicks? It's incredible, but Melbourne have a runner out wide. He'll take his time. No, he'll go quickly. Can he get the mark near the 50? He can. Will he play on? Yes, he will, but to his detriment. It's been smothered off the boot, but Melbourne Uni still have a chance. Adelaide needs a rebound quickly. Fumbled between two players. They've got a man out wide of Melbourne Uni. All they need is to get it to him, but they haven't. Adelaide have managed to work their way through. Here goes Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz with the pass, and it has found the target. And I do believe, is that Allen again?
I think it is, yeah.
Looks like him on that near side. Can we get a jersey number on that? I think it is him.
Just the composure that Melbourne have. I mean, they just know where to be. They're in the right spots, and it's probably the reason why they're leading.
Here he goes. Good. Oh, pour
missed.
off the boot. Pour off the boot, and that is a behind. That is a huge let off for Adelaide Uni.
Still a chance here, Adelaide, of sort of getting, if they can get this quickly down to the other end, we've got a chance here.
It's good kick out. Plays on quickly. Allen
great
is
tackle,
there.
Allen.
Plays on. Can he redeem himself? He hasn't. That's another behind for Sam Allen. That's 2 goals, 3.
Bit of a handy point there.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for Allen. He did everything right. Played on, tackled the bigger man.
They've just got to be direct here, Adelaide Uni. No need to sort of chip it around. They need to get down the guts.
They've also got to be careful too, because a goal here could really be that big 12-point swing that all the big guys talk about. Very close game here. Only 5 points in it. Ball comes out to the wing for Melbourne Uni. Can they do something with this? No, it looks like it dribbles over the boundary line.
Yeah, they're doing well here to lock it in, Melbourne Uni. Doesn't look like they can really get it out at the moment, Adelaide. They're trying their best, obviously, but I mean, this quarter's been quite brilliant, Ben.
Yeah, the press is really working for Melbourne Uni at the moment. Very, very tense contest. Adelaide have done well to get themselves back in this. Good tap.
Still plenty of time here, so...
Well, that was a good tap, I was about to say, from Wynn Pope. It looks like he's back in the ruck from what I can see.
They've brought the A grade for the last sort of 5 to 10 minutes here.
Ball goes up. Can we find a marker? Yes, we can. Oh, no, we can't. It's play on. It's play on. Ball goes down. My apologies. Thought that was a mark from our position on the opposite wing.
Yeah, the ball's probably only gone about 20 metres in the last sort of 2 to 3 minutes at the moment.
Oh, it's as congested as Tokyo at rush hour at the moment, but here we go. Ball spills out wide, but nothing doing over there. Jukovic, the Croatian, has been pretty prolific in this half from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's been hard as a cat's head all day, really. I mean, I've sort of really liked his game, to be honest.
So there we go, you can see him right next to Wynn Pope, the ruckman there, who's just been so instrumental. Goes up once again against Doohan. This has been a brilliant battle all day.
Beautiful tap.
Oh, fantastic hit out. Very, very comprehensive from the Melbourne man. But it'll end up in a throw-in. That wing has seen a lot of action today. The capacity crowd in the grandstand will be absolutely thrilled with this.
Oh, it's a massive, massive crowd here today. I mean, and they've really enjoyed a really tight contest.
Ball comes back into play. Adelaide the winners from the contest there. Oh, drop mark, and here goes Cottrell again. He's been fantastic. Can he find the lead up target? He can, but the mark is dropped. There's been far too much of that today. Ball spills free. Hard to see what's going on there. Cleared out only as far as an Adelaide Uni player. And we'll have another stoppage.
Yeah, Cottrell probably just needed to keep running then. They probably had numbers sort of running back towards goal. I mean, probably should have just taken it upon himself really to sort of finish the job.
That was unfortunate for him, Walters, to have dropped that mark. He's kicked the goal already today, Walters. Oh, here goes the vice-captain, kicks it in the Walters direction again. Finds a hand on it. He's got players in support though. Ball comes up. It's going to be hard for the C grader to mark this, but Milton's tried his hardest.
It's a great mark.
Is a very, very good mark. I think that's Monteith in the back line there.
Yeah. Beautiful, delicious cider, Monteith.
Oh, very, very top brand. Here goes Zinkowitz. Zinkowitz with the handball out, but not quite taken advantage of. Zinkowitz tries to bustle through, calls for ball, but they won't be heeded.
Yeah, the tackling has been a theme of today. There's been both teams have really, really tackled beautifully.
Zinkowitz unlucky there to try and break through there with the Dustin Martin style bullish nature. Good hit out from Wynn Pope. And once again, Zinkowitz tackled.
Around the neck.
But there has been high contact. Unfortunate there from Savalas. Oh, good intercept mark from the big man. The fridge, here he goes. Oh no, that's the captain. I apologise, that's Dads. Puts the ball out wide to the C grader. The fend off! That doesn't belong in the C grade. Oh, but it's a throw in, unfortunately.
Oh, unlucky there for
Milton
Adelaide
has
Uni.
stepped out of bounds.
Very tense here. I mean, there's a lot of feeling. It's sort of amped up in the last sort of 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, there's a lot to play for here too. Spot in the grand final. Ball dribbles through from Doohan. Only goes as far as a Melbourne Rover who sees it over the line. That was Lockie Nunn. He's been in and around it today.
I mean, the intensity and the pressure for Melbourne Uni has probably been the reason why Adelaide haven't been able to get a clean sort of go at goal. So.
Well, Ziemkowitz is looking desperate in there. He's a player who's never even played in the grand final. Ball comes forward and it's marked by a Melbourne player. But Ziemkowitz, much like the rest of the Melbourne Uni team, will be really, really hoping to win this today.
Yeah, plenty of space here for Melbourne on the fat side.
Oh, they're absolutely out. Dowd again. He's been prolific. Ball comes out to it. Looks like Sam Allen in the number 6 with the long hair there.
Yeah, he's running hot in this last quarter.
He's just been good absolutely all day.
He might feature in the best players.
Oh, absolutely for mine. Good kick as well. Late challenge there from Savalas. Comes forward again. Inside 50.
Yeah, neat kick.
That's a very, very good mark. And Matthew Blair, the Welshman, has a chance if he chooses to take it. Looks like he's going to try for the set shot.
Well, he's going to go for it here. It's a pretty big kick.
Oh, it's not going to make it, but it falls to players. Almost marked there. But run over the line.
Is there still time here, Ben, for Adelaide?
Oh, you'd want to think so, but time is running out. 5-point margin only, but they've been struggling to make their opportunities count up forward.
Yeah, with time not on their side, it's going to be pretty hard for them.
Yeah, it has been hard to gauge time so far. Some quarters seem to have run faster than others. That third quarter felt pretty quick, but here we go. Ball on the Melbourne 50. Oh, there's a lot of tussling involved there.
Sort of tied legs out there. Obviously a lot of fumbles, a lot of sort of turnovers, which isn't really helping Adelaide sort of get the ascendancy in this last quarter.
Well, this comes back to the point you raised earlier, Sammy, about fitness. Here we go. Melbourne break free. They've got an option forward. Fantastically defended, but he's gone to ground. Adelaide are going to score. Oh!
How lucky is
Adelaide are going
that?
to get a free kick when the goal was open for the Welshman, Matthew Blair.
That would have been good night nurse for Adelaide Uni, but unfortunately the gods are with them right now.
Oh, like a very lucky cat, they get what seems like a 10th life here with another free kick.
They've got the run on here, Adelaide, see if they can use it.
Oh, they've got runners out the opposite side. Will they switch? Yes, they will. Ball's kicked in the direction. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, chop.
But he's had the arms chopped. Melbourne Uni giving away far too many free kicks late. Ball comes out wide. Comes into the forward line. Can they find the target?
Mark.
Yes! Yes, they can. Harry Walters has clunked one. And the siren goes!
To draw the game.
No, to win
is it to win it?
7-9 to 8-8. Harry Walters, this is the schoolboy dream to kick a goal after the siren
Yeah,
to
you
progress
couldn't have
Adelaide
scripted
Uni
this
to
any
the
better.
finals. Oh, this is fantastic here. Both teams can consider themselves unlucky to go down here, but there will be only 2 results from this.
The
A
crowd are
draw
on that.
cannot happen. About 20 guys on the line. Kick comes in, it's shanked off the boot and goes through for a behind. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's
Walters
really unlucky.
misses. Melbourne Uni celebrate. Commiserations for Adelaide, but what a tightly fought, contested battle we've seen here.
What a great last quarter. Obviously, there's a bit of, tips and turns, but I mean, at the end of the day, to have a shot after the siren to almost decide the game, we couldn't have asked for any better, could we, Ben?
Absolutely. The final result there, 7-10. 7 goals 10, 52 for a somewhat wasteful Adelaide, 8-8-56 for the Victorians at Melbourne Uni.
We'll just do a 3-2-1 for the best players, Ben.
Oh, absolutely. We've got to have some sort of breakdown of this epic feast of a game. I'm giving my 3 to Harry Wynne Pope. You just saw as soon as he came back, replacing Hucker in the ruck in that last quarter. Hucker started the ruck, of course, did a good job, but against Dillon, he's far too big of a body to shift. Wynne Pope's my man of the match. Allen a close second, and split for 1 vote between Ziemkowitz, McDonald, and O'Callaghan, and the sack truck as well. Ryan Sack, they were all fantastic.
Yeah, we wanted to get the sack in there today. Obviously, a bit of a commentary box favourite here, but yeah, I've gone with Wynne Pope. He was influential and probably the reason why Melbourne won the game. 2 for Allen. He was really good in that last quarter. Sort of tried his hardest, and I'm going the sack number 1.
So brilliant, Sammy. So how about you, Taylor? Who's your 3-2-1?
Well, I'll actually go with Sam Allen best on. Harry Wynne Pope a close second, but I'll also give 1 to the Adelaide Uni's Nick Cotterill. He got a fair few balls in that forward 50, and he did nearly prove the difference when Adelaide Uni there, and he should probably sneak in there for 1 vote.
That's a really good point, actually. He was really good in that last quarter.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Taylor. I'd spend more time talking to you, but we've only got 2 marks, and I don't really want to get that close to you too much, mate. Well, I think that just about wraps it up here from Park 12 at Adelaide University. We have seen an absolutely fantastic match, a stonking game of football. Melbourne Uni the victors, and they will go on to play either UQ or University of Sydney next week.
Yeah, to have a game sort of decided after the siren is probably couldn't have asked for any better, and what a fantastic rivalry this is, and it probably will continue for many years to come.
Exactly, 2 great sports clubs, both with brilliant representative sports programs as well. Both run through uni games quite competitively, so yeah, absolutely fantastic. The announcements coming up here,
The presentations. And that's all we have here for down at the commentary box of the tent on the other side of the ground. We would like to thank you for listening, and thank you to my fellow commentators, Ben and Taylor. You blokes have done a great job, and to all the people out there, have a great evening and good luck.
It's been a pleasure being with you. See you next time.